everybody, Tom Bialik with the Hobart Chamber of Commerce coming to you one more time. We're on the road today. We're in Hobart, Indiana at the site of Chicago Title. Today I'm joined by Jamie Sulcer of Chicago Title. Jamie, thanks for having us in.
Thank you for coming down. We appreciate it.
Now, Jamie, for those who may not know or may not be totally familiar, me included, about what a title company is, what is a title company? What do you do?
Title company, we insure your largest investment, your home, or if you're buying land or your new construction or commercial properties. We insure it against any title defect and knowing that your lender has first lien position into going into the next loan.
Now, Chicago Title isn't necessarily a Chicago region company, a Northwest Indiana company. It's national, correct?
Yes, Chicago Title is nationwide, also in Canada, so we are everywhere, and then we can facilitate closings anywhere in the world to make sure that the transactions get taken care of and insured by Chicago Title.
Awesome. Now, new office right here in Hobart. This is one of how many that you oversee?
We have 8 offices, this being our brand new one. We're very excited to join the Hobart Chamber and the Hobart community. We were fortunate to have a great closer, Laura, that had came to us and is closing. She's very familiar with everybody here in Hobart, so we're excited.
Mm-hmm. Now, talk a little bit about the process of how it works of actually securing a title company. How does this whole thing come into play?
Typically, the realtor, the listing agent, will contact us, send us their contract, the purchase agreement, and then we start the title search. We do search buyers, sellers, and the land to make sure everything is clear. And if anything shows up, we do make sure that we clear that. We work with the realtor, we work with the seller and the buyer to make sure that we are getting the correct information out there and protecting them the correct way.
So it's sort of a team approach with you, the title company, realtors. Who else might be involved?
Realtors, lenders, mortgage brokers, sometimes builders, developers, attorneys. In some cases, they're not required in Indiana, but they are welcome to assist in the closing. So yeah, I always consider Chicago Title is part of your team. Whomever is sending us the order, the closing, we want to be part of the team to get this done.
Talk a little bit about yourself. How long have you been involved? Well, maybe not how long, but let's talk about your involvement with Chicago Title and take us back a few years. What did you do before and what got you here?
So prior to getting into title insurance, I sold real estate for a short time, and then I decided, well, this title seems kind of cool, so I became a closer at a title company, and that kind of wasn't my thing. Like, I don't want to sit at a desk, I don't want to do all that stuff. So I did decide, well, there's a sales position, maybe I'll try that. I don't know if that's my thing, and it happened to be my thing. So I came to Chicago Title 12 years ago. I was with another title company for 8 years, and then I was in real estate for 3. So I have a little bit of experience with that, and I've experienced just about everything in title that I think there is.
Now, are there maybe one or two things that people really should know before they go in for that closing and sign those papers? What would you recommend as far as homework that people do before they come on in and seal that deal?
I think around here, everybody's working with great lenders, great realtors, so that's great. Wire fraud is a huge thing, so people should be very aware before they wire money. It became it stopped being such an issue, but now it is really ramped up again. So we really need to be cognizant of that. Coming into closing, the paperwork hasn't changed in a very long time. There's a couple of papers in there about COVID now, unfortunately, but the paperwork really hasn't changed. Come in. If you have questions, just ask. The closers are the experts. They know what's going on. If you are confused or think, that's not what I was told, let's stop and let's figure it out. And then continue. So you walk out and you feel like, you feel like comfortable with everything you just did.
So the paperwork may not have changed a whole lot, but sometimes the way the paperwork is processed. We were talking before the broadcast here about the virtual closings. Chicago Title was really at the forefront of that before pandemic hit, and now it's even becoming more and more in vogue.
Yes, so we have a lot of different options. We have always had a lot of buyers and sellers that didn't come to the closings together. Sellers move, they don't want to come back for the closing because it's inconvenient and it's expensive to fly, back and forth. So we've always had a service called Bank Serve, or we've coordinated with a Chicago Title where they're at to figure that out. Now, with the remote online notary, or RON, we can do things via the computer. We do have a whole department that takes care of that for us. And then if it's a cash, we don't even have buyers come. They just DocuSign. They can DocuSign everything. And a lot of the lenders are now having a lot of their documents signed ahead of time before they get to closing. So people are in and out quicker than they used to be in the past, but we can always facilitate whatever the stumbling block is. We'll always figure out a solution to get things to the closing table.
She's Jamie Sulcer with Chicago Title. For more information, look at the number and website at the bottom of the screen. Jamie, thank you so much for allowing us in today.
Thank you so much. Glad to have you down.
I'm Tom Bialik with the Hobart Chamber of Commerce. We'll see you next time when we go on the road. Take care.